We rolling?
Yeah, we rolling.
Yeah. That's what's weird about LA is people being angry with palm trees behind them.
Yeah, you can't be mad. It's good weather.
Even the gangbanging, it's like maybe if we had 100 degrees, we would gangbang too.
It's not hard for New Yorkers to gangbang at all.
And it's never like in a red tank top. It's it's a red plaid shirt that you go, you gotta be hot, bro.
Yeah, with Dickies.
Calm down.
With Dickies. That Dickies sweatsuit. Yo, I used to try to wear that, but people don't tell you that the Dickies clothes, they don't breathe. So you walk around in that all day, you sweat. That's why them gangbangs had it all one button and all the rest of them open.
Yeah.
So you could breathe. Yeah. It wasn't a fashion statement. It was so they don't sweat through the clothes. Them Dickies is not.
That was ventilation?
Yeah, Dickies not breathable.
Yo, just button up one button, cuz.
Just walk around.
That is crazy, man. You really think about it. You're like, you could die on a beach.
You could.
I couldn't pick the better place to die. Thanks, Mr. Gangbanger.
How can you be so angry with 80-degree weather? It don't make no sense. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, what's up? Welcome to the we at Phil's in the penthouse. We don't let y'all see the penthouse a lot, but we here. This is But I Don't Know Though. My name is Avery Mason, and this is Phil Hunt. How you doing? Welcome back. Happy New Year. Have you stuck to your resolutions? We have, kind of.
You have?
In a way.
In a way.
I'm starting to work out more. One of my things, I want to be in the gym every day. I've given up on the idea of getting a six-pack. I just want to be good with like a 1 or 2 pack, a flat stomach. I want to be able to shop at H&M. I want to shop where you and Wolf shop. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of going to these big and tall dress barn type stores.
Fat Boy Phil is aging out of H&M, boy, because them sizes run extra small.
Nah, but that's what's said. That is fitted. That's you could, you should go in there. They got some good stuff, like the long shirts, with the scoops on the bottom.
Okay.
What are they? Yeah. What is that called?
I don't know about them.
The fish shirt, like with
fish shirt.
It look like the shirts are long and they look hemmed, and the bottom it makes like a shape of like a U. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I kind of know what you're talking about, but
you don't do that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, but you go over there, you buy a couple of those, man.
New age t-shirts is what I call them.
Yeah, you go there and perform. That's it.
I would say my resolution would have been to not get angry in traffic no more. And that's if big. You guys were listening,
that's big.
We were already talking, and our producer Wolf, which shouts out to him, was already was explaining about a traffic incident in LA. And I think it's just anywhere where the rent is high.
Yeah.
That people are just angry in traffic. I go back to Indiana, I drive around, nobody's
honks.
Pissed. People go, you want to get in.
No car horns?
I mean, they're there.
But to say hi, not to like,
but a lot of times, it's more of that than it is that. But like even this morning, or as I was coming to the studio here, I was like, let me give myself 40 minutes to park.
Right.
That's more than enough time, right? Mm-hmm. Wrong. Came past the studio because you always say, let me start looking for parking right at the building. Right. Nothing. Come back up the street to like Houston, all the way back around. Me and another car like saw one car pulling off, and we like did the thing where you like skirt, and we both almost hit each other trying to get the parking spot. Then both of us realized at the same time that guy was sitting on a hydrant. So we both ran the light, damn near crashed into each other just to realize like, yo, hydrant.
Ain't that the worst? You spend all that time looking and you're like, oh, yes.
Kept driving around. Then I got down to like, Chinatown, which, oh my God, I don't know if it's Chinese New Year or what.
Chinese New Year,
I've never been so mad at that fucking dragon.
Year of the rabbit.
I saw that dragon. You know the dragon.
Yeah, the one they pull out.
I was mad as fuck, man.
Damn.
Like I was seeing red by then. It had been like 25 minutes of looking for parking. Oh, I hated that dragon. I'm like, New Year's was 2 weeks ago. Get with it. Like,
so
let's
you're
cut
not
it
celebrating New Year's at all. You didn't pop no fireworks?
Oh, boy, I was pissed off, bro. I hate it because I went very, what is the Kendrick Lamar? Fuck your ethnicity. That was me in the car. Care if you black, white, Asian, Hispanic, God damn it. Fuck your ethnicity. But I meant that shit opposite. Like,
move the damn dragon.
Like, fuck your ethnicity. What are we down here celebrating, bro? New Year's was 3 weeks ago. Cut it the fuck out. Then sure enough, I parked way down by like damn near Wall Street, Worth Street or whatever. Well, it wasn't Worth Street, but
that's not close, man.
you know how our luck always goes as I'm walking back up.
Oh, that's...
I just count parking spots. One here, one there. I get in front of the building, 4 parking spots, dog.
Damn.
And I'm thinking,
like,
where the fuck was these when I came through? And the cops had all the little streets in like Chinatown and Little Italy just
they blocked
off. So it's like, got all the way back around in here and like, how the hell is there 4 parking spaces right in front of the building?
That's how it always is. You spend 30 minutes looking, and then by the time you find something, come back, and then somebody has moved. I just can't do I'm going to sit in my car and wait. People sit in the car and wait for someone. I can't do
certain area.
I can't do that. I'm not sitting in the car for 30 minutes. But
it'd be so serious. I know people who just got like parking cones. And when they leave, they'll just put them out.
I don't play that.
And then you'll pull up and be like, who did this? Con Edison? Are they trying to fix like the power line or something?
Mark my words, if you put a cone anywhere on my block, it's getting moved. And I've done it before, so I don't care. It's no cheating in this game. It's fair for everybody. You cannot hold a spot, all right?
That's funny because you're wearing the same color as the
parking
cone right
cone.
now.
That's
on
right.
your shoes.
That's right.
Is that part of your strategy?
That is.
Like you might have been a parking cone before.
Just stand there.
Somebody said, just stand and nobody gonna know the difference.
Nobody gonna ask me nothing. I ain't moving. This spot is for me. But I don't play that hold the spot.
Just seeing that color makes me angry. That's the same color as the tickets too.
Yeah, it is.
Parking cone orange.
Right on the windshield.
Parking ticket orange. All of that shit is angering me.
I got a $95 parking ticket and I only parked for like 15 minutes. It was one of those truck places. But it's like you can park there after 6 and it was 4:30, but I figured, look, I'm just going to be like 10, 15 minutes. We
got to get rid of all this classification. You got to be like, look, this is an SUV. It identifies as a truck.
I haul things.
Sometimes.
I have a license. It was $95, and I missed the guy by like 10 minutes when I came back outside. He had ridden 10 minutes before I came out. I'm like, $95 for parking where trucks don't even park here. Trucks can't fit in here. There's not enough space. How is this a truck zone?
Man, I was walking down Canal Street, which I was trying to do that shit in a hurry, so I'm like jumping over blankets because everybody got their stuff out selling stuff. And it was funny, like a cop car came, but he parked like the wrong way on the street. Came the wrong way on the street, he parked. As he's getting out, you see like some of the people selling stuff just start packing this stuff up.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, why would you arrest somebody for selling fake Jordans?
Just leave them.
You should arrest the person buying fake Jordans.
Yeah,
come on, bro. You don't know what Mike looked like?
Mike's just up there like this. That's not the Jordan logo.
But it was just funny because they had like a blanket, so they just like wrapped the blanket up very quickly and just started walking. And as they walking, like fake Jordans just falling out the fucking, and nobody picking them up. People just staring at them like,
nah, I'm good.
Mike didn't go through his legs last time I remember.
His legs were spread. Mike got his legs crossed and he's posing on the front. That don't make no sense.
Have you ever had fake shoes?
I did when I was in high school.
You might be the first motherfucker to admit you had some fake shoes.
I have nothing to lose.
Give us the story.
I just, we could not afford Jordans when I was in high school, and I wanted Jordans. And I ran into somebody. I went to high school, John Dewey High School, and there's these projects there, Marlboro projects, not far from there. And I ran into a guy. He was like, "Yo, you trying to buy some sneakers?" I said, "Yeah, you got any Jordans?" He's like, "Look, kept to the buck. These aren't the real things, but as long as you keep your pants like pulled down over the top, nobody."
He said he's not for summer.
Yeah, don't wear it with shorts. So I bought them. It cost me like $80, which was big money for me at the time. But they looked like Jordans. They just didn't have the logo. These are Jordans right here.
I put you under suspicion.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. So it didn't have this. You see this black thing here on the side of the Jordan?
Yeah.
It didn't have this. This was missing. And then like some of the Jordans have Mike on the back like thing, but it didn't have that either.
The Tony the Tigers though, like.
Yeah, no, these are Shattered Backboard 2.0.
They're great.
Yeah. So,
now the Bengals is playing right now. I think they up too, so you got their colors on.
Yeah, we'll see who wins.
You're gonna get that. There used to be somebody on Comic View that did a joke about how black people we wear shoes and hats people think we're a fan of the team.
No.
And then you'd be like, oh shit, I didn't even realize they were playing. Like, nah, I've never watched the actual baseball game. This just matched my shoes.
That's all people did. Like when the Raiders colors were in my neighborhood, everybody had like Raiders starter jackets, like Green Bay, and like, oh, you Packers suck. I don't know, man. I just like how this looks. Just matching today.
He said if the Klan had a baseball team, we would wear the hat just to match the outfit. Be like, nah, I'm not a fan of the team.
Do you think there are black people out there wearing the MAGA hats to match some Jordans they got or something?
Hey, you might just.
Might what you doing, man? How could you wear that? Nah, man. It matches the Chicago ones, bro. It's like the perfect
that shit
red.
Used to be crazy.
It was.
When Trump was in office and people would wear just a red hat with something with white letters. And from far away, you'd always think, oh, it's MAGA. And then you'd get closer and it'd say some bullshit.
Yeah. I loved it.
Make architecture great again.
People
you're
were
like,
mad
oh, shut the fuck up.
You getting too close to what pisses us off. But yeah, no, I wore the Jordans and I just wore my jeans over them. And people were like, oh, yo, Kev got some Jordans.
Oh, they liked them. This was high school? Like what?
This was high school.
Okay, yeah, high school. The shoe game was serious.
Just luckily, you didn't have nobody that come to take too close of a look.
I think there should be, like, you see how now the youngins got the man on the street thing, which I love that everything just now is cell phone
that's
and
all
then
you
got
need.
like a little microphone thing. So everybody's doing man on the street now. People just aren't even ready. Like, you see how they had a dude had a diamond tester?
Oh,
and he be testing people's jewelry.
They caught 6ix9ine like that, and I'm like, that's his own fault. You should have never you should have walked away.
So it wasn't 6'9" carats?
No, it wasn't even
6 to 9
wasn't
carats.
even one.
It wasn't even one? Damn.
He's like, yo, I remember that one. Let me test your jewelry. And he's like, yeah, guy, go ahead. I don't care, fam. Go ahead. He took it all off. And the guy tested it. The thing didn't even make a noise. He was like, it's
My
not
favorite
real.
one is this girl. This girl, and I mean, this girl is fine. Like chocolate, she probably like, I don't know. You know how you can't really tell how tall people are.
Yeah.
But she's probably tall for a girl. So she's probably 5'10", chocolate, right? And she'll dress like very, what's the word I'm saying? Let's say sexy, provocatively.
Provocative.
But
okay.
she'll roll up on people and just kind of be like, yo, what you think is more important? Strip clubs or Black History Month? And just jam one in your face. And all the dudes like look at her a few times and then you go, shit, I'm gonna have to go with strip clubs now.
Yeah.
One dude said both. I was like, good answer.
That is a good answer. What about the guy that goes up to boyfriend and girlfriend and be like, yo, are you snitching on the homies or you snitching on your girl? Something like that. Something about snitch on your homies or would you save your girlfriend or something like that? And the girl just look at him and the guy be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to save my girlfriend, dog. I mean, she's right here. She's right here, dog. What you?
It's another dude that he be rolling by people like he'll just go in like Walmart and just say wild shit to people. Like, you see how you got on all that orange? He'll just be like, man, next motherfucking orange I see, I'm a slap.
Oh, that's
then
Marco.
when you turn around, he'll be like, nah, bro, I'm on the phone.
A light-skinned dude?
I don't know, but
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that's wild. Some people doing wild stuff. I can't. Them pranks ain't gonna be
somebody
pranks.
wearing a Marvin Gaye hat, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
Yeah, the guy turn around and be like, excuse me?
Nah, bro, I'm on the phone.
You heard what I said.
Nah, bro, I'm on the phone.
What he get? I'm on the phone, dog. What the fuck? That's dangerous. I don't know.
Everybody's just become man on the street, but I said all that to say they should have one for shoes.
Somebody else shit. What kind of Jordans are those? Let me test them.
Just to like.
Let me check the stitching. Let me smell it.
Oh, that would be embarrassing. Like in high school, somebody come through with it.
Oh God. They got sneaker testers now that actually like would confirm the authenticity of the shoe. They look at it, they'll smell it, they'll tell you, they can tell whether or not.
Smell it?
Yes, smell it.
Oh, I'm thinking of inside on the outside.
They smell the inside, yes.
They sound like a fetish to me.
It does. They put their nose.
Smell it, then walk around the corner. Hold on, dog. Give me a minute with these. Give me a minute with these.
Let me get another whiff. But nah, they smell it and they authenticate the shoe like that. I don't know about smelling shoes.
It's also interesting because like we saying about dude having the diamond tester, that it's like shoe tester. The other one I think should be STDs. That is like, how come Like, you know how they have a mold detector?
Yeah.
Detect mold in your house, start beeping.
You should have something around your crotch.
There's not some sort of wand by now that you could just kind of do. Nope.
There should be some kind of smartphone app because they can track your heartbeat through your phone now. So you should be able to track if somebody got STD. Like if you just put the camera over it. It should
be that simple.
A couple orange spots should pop up. I don't know why I said orange, but I should have said orange, but you know what I mean.
What if you went home with a chick and she was about to give it to you and I'm talking about she bad and then she was like, let me prick your finger right quick.
Oh, like a diabetes?
Prick your finger. That's just a blood test real quick.
It only takes like 30 seconds. Just give me a little sample.
I gotta prick you so you can prick me. Like, come on.
Okay, you're good.
That shit up real quick.
Yeah,
you good.
a little bottle where she just takes it and shakes it.
Don't worry about them condoms.
This is you good. We clean. It's pink. We're good. If it was blue, I'd walk. Like when the cops test the stuff when they pull you over, that should help. Yeah, I gotta test you. Let me get a little sample of it and shake it up. If it turns blue, you ain't having no sex with me.
Should be that simple, man. It would help. It would help life.
Yeah,
help you out a lot on them one night stands and whatnot.
Yeah, you wouldn't have nothing to worry about. I've had a couple close calls, in my time. We got to go to CVS and get the Plan B.
Plan Bs.
Well, wait, is that what it's called? The one where you could buy the pill, like if you get it within a certain time. That's a Plan B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
pregnancy, right?
Yeah, like
talking
if you
STDs.
within 10 days. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I've had a couple of close calls and some people were like, yo, you should probably go get tested. I never caught none, thank God.
Lucky you. Chlamydia, never felt it though.
That's a scary thing, man. I mean,
bro,
all these
I was
years?
at the clinic at like 8 a.m. because I read the Google and it was like, you could not have any symptoms. Or your balls could explode. I was like, my balls could explode.
There's no gray area.
Man, that clinic didn't open till, I think, 8 a.m. Boy, I was there at like 6:30, just waiting.
Sitting outside of the car. Hey, man, anybody can see me real quick?
Scared as hell. But I mean, that shit is simple. They just give you 2 pills, which you go, why you couldn't just put these 2 pills at CVS, bro?
Buy them over the counter.
You can save all this embarrassment, but it's because the CDC want to keep track of your nasty ass.
I just think it's interesting. There's this disease, this chlamydia, this STDs have been around since like the beginning of time. And they have to have any cures for any of that stuff. Like there are people who never seen a car in their entire life or seen any kind of modern invention. They were only using ships and horses, and they caught the same thing that people are catching now.
Still.
All these advances, and it got some guy 200 years ago. George Washington had a STD, chlamydia or something like that.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know though. Hold on. I'm gonna start saying that now. Whenever I say something that's supposedly facts,
we had something.
It's probably wrong. I'm gonna say, but I don't know though. That's my new for 20. That you've noticed if you heard the last 2 episodes that I've been doing that because Phil will check me the other way. Are you sure about that? Hey, but I don't know though. Then Phil's all right, cool.
I never. We talked about George Washington doing a lot of things, but that.
He definitely
I was not aware of his sexual history.
Washington had an STD and they never had a cure for it. There's people catching that. They should have called it Washington's disease. Which happened? I got Washington's dise's. Man, you got money? Nah, I got crabs.
That's a fucked up thing. They name my STD after you.
For a president? Yeah.
It's crazy because AIDS is, when you think of HIV, you think of Magic Johnson like, immediately. Which he got the right name. Like if you live for 40 years with HIV.
Magic
indeed. Voila.
Which
is crazy. Like Charlie Sheen has it, but somehow Magic is still kind of the face. We haven't seen Charlie Sheen since he got it, though. Remember Tiger Blood?
That's right. He did come out and say that he had that. Yeah. No, yeah. Magic's had it for a while. Sheen's had it, and we haven't seen Sheen. He must not go in the same place Magic went to, because
shit must Magic's not be going too good. He went to hiding.
Magic's doing videos with LL Cool J. He got videos with like all these people and looking healthy and chilling. They ain't lost no weight. The last time I saw Charlie Sheen, he was looking real skinny. I don't know. Hey, Charlie, I hope you're okay, man. Reach out to us. Matter of fact, DM us right now on our social media at But I Don't Know Though Pod and let us know if you're okay. If you know Charlie Sheen's okay, just have him reach out so we can let y'all get an update.
Did you make a Super Bowl pick last week?
I did. I said the Bengals are the dark horse.
Okay. Well, that's fair because you wearing their colors. They up 14-0 on the Bills.
Let me tell you something, man. I wish I'd have put some money on it because I called it. I mean, the Bills, they got a great team, but Cincinnati is hungry, and because they lost last year,
they're
coming back with a vengeance.
Last year.
So if you on FanDuel right now, The money.
And this is the rematch from, a couple weeks ago when they was playing the Bills and Hamlin got hurt.
And they canceled the game.
I hated that it restarted that whole conversation about football being dangerous.
Oh,
that it's like these guys know that. That's why everybody can't do it.
But you could say that about any sport because every sport has had somebody that's happened to where he had a medical emergency. Like one of the famous ones, this might be before some of y'all's time, but there was a player on the Celtics named but I don't know though. Reggie something. Reggie Edwards?
Reggie Lewis.
Reggie Lewis. He died while he got like a rebound or something and just collapsed. And everyone's like, was he fouled? He died right there. And then people were like, maybe basketball. At that time, believe it or not, people were like, basketball may be too strenuous.
On the heart.
Yeah, so we may have to...
getting back on defense, man, that's a lot of work. We're going to have to play the next 4 games, half court.
That's right.
Till we can figure out what's going on.
No, but that's what they said. But I don't want to hear that about... It's risking everything.
Well, I think that, like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, as society gets less and less dangerous, when you had men building bridges and they would just fall off and die, and that was an accepted thing. Yeah. Probably before they had harnesses and OSHA regulations and all that, men building skyscrapers. When men were going off to war, so it's like, Muhammad Ali got asked to quit boxing and go to the Vietnam War. And now they focus on boxing too. They'll be like, oh, it's CTE. But it's like I was saying, it's never like Ali was like, oh, well, I box, so this war will be fine.
No.
So it's never like when wars were going on, nobody thought football was too dangerous because it'd be like, yo, we just lost 20,000 people last year in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Shit. And all the soldiers would say, shit, if I could play some football, I'd take that in a minute. So now that we don't have like a big war going on, well, you got Ukraine and Russia, but we're not involved in any war. Just like football's too dangerous. We got to do something about football.
No, driving is too dangerous. They got to do something about driving. There's way more risk driving your car than playing football.
And I ain't making $8 million a year to drive my car.
No one's they're making advances in safety for driving, but not enough.
Yeah.
There's people out here driving in these little tuna can cars.
If too many mothers get mad, then that's when, white mothers, if too many white mothers get mad, like my mom was explaining to me how back in the day people would drink and drive. And like it was just an accepted part of life. Motherfucker would leave a bar with a beer, get in the car, put that shit in the cup holder, and just be gone.
Seatbelts are a new invention for cars. Seatbelts aren't even 100 years old. People in the 40s and 50s didn't have seatbelts in cars. It wasn't until people started, and I'm laughing because the idea of all these people going through windshields and the government not doing anything about it, that's like funny to me, but not the idea, like, people were going through windshields and the government was like, I don't think seatbelts are, it's just overreaction.
So literally, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, so MAD, started in September 5th, 1980.
Yeah.
That is like, yo, that's crazy that at one time that was
moms had to get on board. The government's not doing anything. All right, let's get all the moms together. We're gonna do, moms could get stuff done. Group of mothers?
Yeah, group of mothers, white mothers, as we said, crying. That'll get some people stuff done. So, DUIs didn't become a thing until what? Like 95?
When they started outlawing. Can you imagine if it was a group of black mothers? We could probably get a lot more done with belts.
Here you go.
Just randomly walk around, pull up, and just beat people with belts. Like how the Indian guys did when people wasn't wearing their masks during COVID. They just get out the car with a stick and just start beating somebody who's outside. Hey, you 13 supposed to be in the house. It's 10 o'clock. Whap, whap, whap. We need that.
But yes, that just always interests me how, like I said, you could just be, just get in the car and drive. And just
no seatbelt.
Like they'll just get mad at you. But I guess it wasn't a problem. As we invent new things, we got to come up with new rules and regulations because, that wasn't a problem when there were horses. That it's like, oh, you was drunk on a horse. Well, the horse ain't drunk, so it don't matter. You're really not controlling it.
Yeah. Pretty soon there's going to be a MASM. That's MASM. Mothers Against Social Media.
That's already occurring. They just taking the phone.
I don't get that, dog. Like, I know people talk about bullying online and stuff, but when the bullying I went through as a kid was actual bullying where like people would come up to me and like take my like I came from home with this jacket. This was my jacket to come to school, and now you're like, yo, give me your jacket.
But it didn't
give me your lunch money. Like,
but I think you gotta feel some sort of sympathy for them that theirs is 2 times worse. Someone took your jacket and somebody else filmed it and uploaded it. You don't know who filmed it. Now everybody's commenting. You can read how people feel. That's an ugly jacket. I'm glad somebody took it.
You know what? I'd hope someone took my phone so I wouldn't see none of those comments. So I'd never know.
And see, yeah, and I mean, that's always the easy logic. It's like, well, you could just log out. But it's like, hey, man, it's hard sometimes to log out.
I'll give you that. People will see it and then they'll come up to you later on. Like, yo, man, I saw you. That was you? Yeah, bro, that was you that got robbed. Oh, man, why didn't you? Like, yeah, but I'm just saying it was more physical, more tangible when I was.
Have you seen any of these biopics? You seen any of them?
Not a fan of biopics.
Whitney Houston's got a movie I need to see. Elvis got one.
I don't like seeing biopics of stuff that I lived through. So like when they had the Central Park 5 thing on Netflix, I lived through it. I don't need to see it. The Whitney Houston thing, I watched Being Bobby Brown. So all that stuff.
You said you watched Being Bobby Brown.
I already seen everything on the show.
Which is interesting. I think we talked about last week how people see the two, what are their name, Blueface and the other girl, Krishan as modern day Bobby and Whitney. But I'm like, they gave us hits first.
Yeah, sure did.
These motherfuckers ain't gave us no hits. It's just dysfunction.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
What was I saying? Oh, just that those biopics drop. I was curious if you'd seen any of them. It's interesting to me that none of our legends, it don't feel like, ever get movies that hold up to who they were or what they were.
They're not. When the Jordan biopic comes out, I'm gonna wait and see who they got playing Jordan.
Because you've seen the one movie that they had with that one guy that you're like, I know the real Michael Jordan didn't sign off on this.
Nah, well, this was an old one, right?
Yeah,
back in the day. Yeah,
ABC movie. What is it called? The American Dream. Then that horrible Michael Jackson biopic with Flex.
Oh, damn, I remember that one.
I love it because Flex looked like, if you remember Big Bad Beetleborgs, Flex looked like Flabber from Beetleborgs. I was like, yo, they just put fucking...
we got to pull that up.
We'll put it on the screen for them later.
Yeah, pull that post. Up. What was it, Beetleborgs? Mm-hmm. Hold on, I got to look that up now. Put it in the camera. We'll
throw it on the screen in post for them to see. But yeah, Flex looked like fucking Flabber. And you're just like, y'all couldn't find nobody.
Hilarious.
That's what's funny about Michael Jackson's biopics. You literally probably could find somebody of every race to play him at some point during his career. Like I said, we'll put it in post,
They're not going to see it.
I will put it right on the screen.
HD, look, you can see it. The HD is actually pretty clear. I got to get closer, but I don't feel like getting up. All right. I tried. I don't know, though. Go ahead.
Like I said.
He does look like the guy from
We'll put it up there in post. Anyway. Yeah, that was... So yeah, Michael Jackson, you could get, black kid to play him as a kid in Jackson 5. Then you to play him as a teenager, still a black kid, but a lighter black kid. And then lighter to where like a Puerto Rican or an Asian person is playing him at the end. That's what he looked like.
About my favorite biopic, the last one I can remember seeing was the one, Get On Up, not Jackie Robinson. Get On Up was James Brown. I don't know, though. But yeah, no, that was the last one. I was good with Chadwick. And then I like the Jacksons one. I know everybody kind of laughs at it because, whatever. But it was good. It was on Channel 7.
It was a good one for that time. And it was more focused on all 5 of them.
Yep.
So like we're saying, this actual Michael still doesn't have. There was so much more of his life left when they made that one.
Right.
But it was good. And it was like, I remember it came on like regular TV and it was like commercials and the whole 9.
It wasn't authorized. I don't think Michael actually authorized that one with Flex.
Well, no one likes to authorize their movies because they have to tell the bad. Like Mike Tyson had an issue with the series they just put out of Tyson.
Yeah, that one too. Oh, Wendy Williams did one too. I remember watching that with my wife on, I think it was on Lifetime. But
it's always weird when the person's still alive. That it's like, all right, like you made this and wanted people to like, but it's like, bro, we didn't need this.
Can you imagine if they did biopics on Martin Luther King when he was still on?
Yeah.
Coretta, I didn't say those things they put in that movie.
Yeah.
Get the network on the line.
It's MLK Day. I hate that racists still get the day off. Like,
yeah,
I feel like black people should get the day off when black people die.
I think so too.
I mean, somebody might say, well, President's Day, y'all got to work then. Well, I guess for Barack. We get 2 hours off for the one black president.
Yeah, seriously. Give us something.
Just sometimes it be feeling like, damn, so the FBI killed him and the FBI gets the day off.
Yeah, they don't got to work.
Doesn't seem fair to me. Doesn't seem fair at all.
FBI killed him? That's what we're going? You think so?
I don't think so. Like, we know so. They said it. They paid them money. Then the lawsuit, everything. Come on, COINTELPRO, bro.
COINTELPRO.
It's not a coincidence that Fred Hampton, what's the other dude? Huey Newton. Who's the other guy? You name him, Malcolm Martin. This is they weren't dying from natural causes.
Okay.
The FBI used to work hand in hand with criminals and different people.
That's some crazy stuff, man. People just getting assassinated back then. They were like, we don't like him. Just kill him.
People say James Earl Ray, but then a lot of people say James Earl ain't do that, but somebody had to take the fall. So there's that whole theory.
Do you think what about the guy who killed JFK, Lee Harvey Oswald? You think he did it? No.
I mean, in conjunction with somebody, but that's always the tricky part.
It's amazing how easy it was to just kill a public figure back then. You can't even, you can try now, but.
So you're saying like Ray J probably has better security than MLK had?
I think Ray J definitely has better security. He's just that one dude, hey, too close, man. You ever see this really big dude? That's his bodyguard. He don't dress like a bodyguard, but he
probably
is one.
Has better security than, which, the whole JFK thing, it's just laughable at this point of like, put the president in the drop top. What could go wrong here?
Nothing. It's a sunny day. We want people to be able to get all the pictures and get close to him, and just like that.
Then even Lincoln just chilling in a movie theater. That is like, bro,
just walked right up
a
to
movie.
Him. Yeah,
like they don't have a theater in the White House. Is the White House even invented?
I guess he thought that nobody would mess with him at the theater. Like it's the president's untouchable. They didn't have no security outside the door. Guy just walked in, sat down.
I hope the movie was good.
I don't remember
what movie was he watching.
You don't hear the door open. You're like, huh? hey, somebody's in here.
I thought they weren't letting people in late. The movie's damn near over. Who's this late?
Door open. Nobody turn around and look see who that. Because when you in church and you come in late, you make that noise. Everybody turns around when you walk, and you can hear that.
Hold on. It was a performance of comedy called Our American Cousin at Ford Theater. Boy, I hope Our American Cousin is good. I hope it got all the tomatoes on Rotten Tomatoes. That shit better be.
It must have been classic.
What is the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes?
100%.
100%. That shit better not have less than a 70%.
It must have been a real nail bite if he couldn't look away. Because you hear the door open. Wherever you've been, you hear it somewhere quiet and the door behind you, you don't look to see who it is. Like everybody looks like, eh. And you're like, yo, man. All right.
Our American Cousin. So that's crazy.
I don't even think they had the Secret Service back then. That's why Lincoln just had Army.
Okay.
Army and Army generals. But the guy shot him in the back of the head and then jumped off the balcony, yelled something, and then jumped off the balcony, down the curtain, and ran out.
So you said James Brown is the best biopic.
For me, I liked it.
You like that one?
I liked it.
So you feel like a little bit the less you know about that life, if you didn't live through that time, then it's easier.
It's easier because
to watch it and kind of go, oh,
right,
okay. I didn't know that. Like that he went through that.
Did you see Malcolm X, right?
Yeah.
With Denzel, I saw that and I kind of was like, okay, that's impressive. I didn't know all these things about him. But I didn't live through that time to see it. So it's more, I'm sure they did exaggerate some stuff, but it's more believable. But for me to see a biopic about Whitney, when I watch Being Bobby Brown, I see all this. If you ain't telling me nothing I don't already know.
Interesting thing about Malcolm X is that he was only Malcolm X for about 10 years. Yeah. People are always quoting Malcolm X. He has all these famous sayings, the bullet versus the ballot. You give me one, come on.
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. And it's like, he was also a pimp.
Yes, he was.
Detroit Red didn't have no quotes. Come on, baby. Somebody got some quotes from Detroit Red.
Pimping ain't easy.
Come on. How many times we gonna quote Malcolm X and act like Detroit Red didn't also have some famous quotes?
That's fair, Phil. Malcolm X only had 10 years of quotes, but Detroit Red was around for at least 20, so he had to say something.
Some hellified quotes out there on the block.
some fire that they don't quote that part
Rain,
of him.
sleet, snow, or sunny. Bitch, better have my
money.
goddamn money.
You better preach, Detroit. Come on.
Detroit.
That is.
Yeah, he's Malcolm X for like 10 years. I'm like, come on, somebody got to write that book on Detroit Red.
They don't cover that aspect of his
Eating
of his
pork
life.
and pimping white women. Come on. He was a burglar.
He was.
I'm surprised they haven't like made that into a TV show.
Because
that period of
they
his
do
life.
prequels for everything else. So what about a Malcolm X prequel called Detroit Red? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get to know Malcolm before he found Mecca. Get to see what he's like.
But yeah, I'm like, where are these quotes at? Get some of the women that used to work for him, round them up, and be like, yo, what other stuff he used to say? Because by any means necessary was such an important quote. The ballot versus the bullet. Like, come on.
I can't find any quotes on Detroit Red.
Nothing he said before.
Nothing he said before. But I do have some quotes, but I want to see how we doing on time. Wolf, how we doing? We good?
Yeah, we 37 minutes right now. I think the next one in here is at 4:30.
Okay.
Do another 10 and then get into some advice.
Right. So, all right. So I have this game that I came up with. It's based off the last episode. If you didn't miss it, Phil and I were talking about quotes, and he had quotes from coaches. But one of the things they also had was we should have had like quotes from pimps and quotes from coaches, and see
a
if
lot
we
of
could
times
tell
quotes from coaches sound like something that
pimps.
a pimp could have said. I was talking last week about the old Jets coach when he got hired. He said that he needs football players, not guys who play football. And it's like, bro, what?
What was it? Don't be quick, but hurry. What was the quote about that you said? Don't be quick.
Oh, and then that John Wooden famously said, "Be quick, but don't hurry."
Yeah, so that could have been a quote from a pimp too.
He's a basketball coach, so it's like a lot of the stuff that coaches will say sounds like stuff that a pimp would say.
So what I got is it's surprisingly easy to find on the internet. I have a game for Phil to play. Where I'm going to say a quote, and he's going to have to guess if a coach said it or if it was a pimp that said it. All right? Now, I think, Phil, you're pretty good at this stuff. Phil knows sports, so he might recognize one. So I'm going to start off light, and we're going to get a little harder. Let's do 3-4 rounds? What do you go for, 4 rounds?
Let's do like 2 or 3.
All right, let's do 3 rounds. Okay.
I'm probably getting most of them wrong. You said that like you got prizes or some shit.
Well, we do have a sponsor, but unfortunately the product didn't get here. So next week we'll do another game, and that way I can give it to Phil. All right, first quote here. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Say that again.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
That's definitely a coach, because don't know hoes practice hoeing. And pimps don't practice pimping, or do they? Maybe there is a practice where he snaps his finger.
Snap, but all right,
goes, bitch, I said 2 snaps mean the west corner, and 1 snap mean the east corner.
I was timing. You took too long. You need to hurry up. Come over here.
Maybe they do practice. I don't know.
That's correct. Let's give you another one.
What coach was that?
That was Vince Lombardi.
Practice. Say it again.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Man, what the hell?
I don't know. I don't know. Here's another one. This ain't a coach, but it's also a quote. If we were supposed to talk more than listen, we would have 2 mouths and 1 ear.
I feel like that's definitely a pimp. Or that might be what PJ Carlissimo said before Spreewell choked his ass
out.
Well, I also got 2 hands, motherfucker. It's a shame we still don't know what PJ Carlissimo said to Spreewell to get choked.
I wish we knew.
Should never be said again. All right, who was that? Was it a coach?
That was a coach. That was a coach. Well, they listed it as a coach. It said it was Mark Twain, but coaches use that quote a lot. So they put it up there. All right, here's this one. I'm going to be the meanest who ever lived. They're going to talk about me like how they used to talk about Jesus.
Say that again.
I'm going to be the meanest who ever lived. They're going to talk about me like they used to talk about Jesus.
I'm going to be the meanest to ever live. That you're going to talk about me like they used to talk about Jesus?
Yeah.
That's not even a good quote. That got to be a pimp, but he's probably high on something when he said it.
It is a pimp. These are my rules and regulations. I want you to repeat after me. I will not lie. I will not steal. I will not cheat.
Say that again.
Now, these are the rules and regulations. I want you to repeat after me. I will not lie. I will not steal. I will not cheat. That's confused.
That's probably a coach.
Nah, that's a pimp.
What pimp?
It's the, you ever see the movie The Mac?
Okay, yeah. That's Goldie.
Goldie. That's Goldie from the back. All right, let's do the last one here. We'll get into some advice. In this organization, there's a president, a director, and a teacher. All of these offices are held by me.
Man.
In this organization, Wolf, there's a president, a director, and a teacher. All of these offices are held by me.
That definitely sounds like a pimp.
It's a pimp. That was a pimp. It's a pimp. All the pimp quotes were taken from the movie The Mac. They have like 45, 50 really good quotes, and I'm sitting there reading some of these last night, and I'm just laughing my ass off. Now I want you to get yourself together, get back out there, and get me my money. I don't care how long it takes. You get out there now and get it. Get it. Oh, that's, some of these quotes would be so useful for the times we're living in now. Some of the people need to hear like some of this motivation.
That's funny. Yeah, man, they're like those players' balls. Those are real things.
Yes.
And some of them have some of the funny shit. Like, come on, bro. You're supposed to come harder with some Magic Don Juan. Like, that's what I was waiting for.
You on some Bishop?
Like, come on, bro. Where the real quotes at?
Well,
I watched the Pimp Convention one time. It used to be this dude named Maroy, and he had these movies. This is like pre-YouTube, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
These DVDs. And one of my older brother's friend had this DVD, and I'll never forget. He was just like off the top of his head, he was like, if you want to fuck with me and get your game tight, you can come watch Satellite all night, but you can't be in my stable if you ain't able. I was like, what? Take your ass home and watch basic cable. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So yeah, come on, man. It's a better quotes than that.
Let me see. This can't be right. I typed in Bishop Don Magic Wand and it's giving me quotes from Don Quixote.
Because the game is to be sold, not told, pimping. You got to purchase the pimping. You can't just be Googling it. Come on, man.
I'm trying to, let me see.
You could have found some better quotes than all your quotes was from the mouth. They weren't even the good quotes. Remember when he told him you a rest haven for hoes? Your bitch chose me. Come on, man.
Wait, what about this one? This says this is Bishop Don Magic Wand. Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exist in you.
Come on, man.
I don't know, though. I don't know. Google is not giving me anything. It's not giving right now.
Dig in your pocket and grab that knot, reach in my window and drop it like it's hot. Come on, bro. That's off the top of my head. I'm over here, the shit you read me, I'm like, that don't sound like no pimping.
Let me see if I can find a really good one.
You got to go get a manicure or something one time. Get in touch with the pimping.
Let them hear how they talk.
People think manicures are like not manly, but all like the dudes with the most girls in the 70s had manicures. I mean, the word man is in it, but whatever. We ain't got much more time. You want to do some advice?
I mean, after all of these
current
years.
Events, though, because something I wanted to tell your ass about was, did you see Shannon Sharpe and all that?
Oh, the fight. Oh, God. At least he looked good when doing it. I thought that sweater he was fighting. How y'all fighting in $100 like that? That's a very expensive sweater.
Yeah.
Wait, how you fighting in that? You got on luxury designer clothes. You trying to swing with Steven Adams? Like what?
Well, he wasn't trying to bang with Adams. I think he was yelling at Dylan Brooks. Him and Dylan Brooks got into it, and then Steven Adams came over. But it's still like, I think we all remember Shannon from when he played, so it's like very in our head of like, yo, that's a big physical motherfucker, whereas these new NBA players are like,
real frail.
That's just some old Negro that be on ESPN sometimes. I don't like Dylan Brooks is going back and forth with him, and he's a big LeBron fan, Shannon, so it's like some good old-fashioned trash talk that maybe got a little out of hand.
That's weird, because if that was one of us, we'd have been arrested and banned.
Yeah, but we all know that if you're an athlete or a former athlete or a What's the word I'm looking for? Person that you get a little more leeway to do things or say things. So
because they weren't even trying to cuff him. They were just trying to get between them, and then some guy was kind of pushing him back, and Shannon kept pushing his hand away.
He had some smoke for John Morant's daddy too.
I don't know what.
Which it was kind of funny because I'm like, you wouldn't have had that smoke for LeVar Ball. He'd have been ready for your ass. Like you picked the right NBA dad. LeVar Ball would have been ready for your ass and then sold T-shirts of you and him fighting after the next game.
His fist hitting your face and put it on a T-shirt.
Like, come on, man. T. Morant just be chilling, man.
I just think that he should be sitting down. I don't really condone that kind of thing because it's not your sport, first of all. If it was on the football field and this happened, like, all right, true. Shannon used to play football. He talking with the players. They John. That's cool. You're in a whole different arena now. You're in someone else's work space, okay? And now you're over here turning stuff up while people trying to work. And, bro, sit down. You paid for your ticket or not. Sit down.
I mean, whatever. Like I said, I think trash talk. I think all of that it make the game more fun to me.
But he don't play. That's the problem. We know that. He gonna be on the court next week.
You as a player shouldn't really be that worried. What does Spike Lee do when he's at the game?
He just sits there and watches. Yeah, he does talk shit.
He talk shit. His feet be all over the line. Come on, man. Don't act like Spike don't do what Spike do.
Yeah, he made it hard for the Knicks because Reggie was like playing and pointing at him. I remember those days.
Used to go back and forth. I've seen other players kind of come over and be like, "Yo, that's enough, little man."
Getting him warmed up.
Cut it the fuck out. Whereas, like I said, Shannon's big as fuck. Dylan Brooks kind of called him a blogger, which I'm sure had to upset him.
Oh, brutal. That was
younger generation. DK Metcalf last year, which is like a random receiver for the Hawks or the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. He kind of said the same thing. Shannon said something last year, and he was like, "Tell that old motherfucker to shut the fuck up. What does he know? Bum." And then everybody was like, whoa, like this dude is a fucking Hall of Famer. Like,
he's not wrong. He's kind of a blogger. They go on a talk show. He talks to the guy about sports when
you're arguing with somebody, you're just trying to say something that'll upset them. So what'll upset a Hall of Fame player? Probably calling him a blogger. So I get where Dylan was coming from, but it is just kind of funny because it's like, hey, well, he was better at his sport than Dylan Brooks.
You know what would really upset a Hall of Famer? Telling him that he was never as good as Tom Brady. Did you see that clip?
No, Shannon. Yeah. What's his name? Skip.
Skip and Shannon. Skip. Now hold on, Skip. Now hold on. So you do this every time, Skip. You always cut me off. You never let me finish. All right.
It's so funny because this.
So I'm not good as Brady. I'm not good here.
The speech impediment.
I'm the Hall of Fame too.
The speech impediment makes that show so much better.
It does.
That Shannon just. Skip.
Now hold on, Skip. What you not gonna do?
Sound like he got a little peanut butter on the tongue always.
I just love when he
took them glasses off.
That's what I'm saying. Love when he take the glasses off. And hold on a second. Now
those motherfuckers are good TV. And you know what's great about it? Like Stephen A. always kind of exists in his own space.
Yeah.
Whereas those two kind of argue with each other. It's like having Batman and the Joker on the same show.
You always do it to me, Skip. You always cut me off. You don't never let me. You know what? It's fine. Go ahead. Now, I don't need to make my point, Skip. Go. No, I'm done. Next, Chris, what's the next segment? Go ahead.
Can I get through my monologue? Motherfuckers, you be like, man, it was like, how have they not fought?
He said, I was defending you and you cut me off. I just did I'm not apologizing for that. Skip.
That's what makes it good, though. That
go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Wolf. Next segment.
You feel like they should have to be separated.
They do. But it makes good TV because it's like controversy creates cash.
So it's also one dude who's kind of an insider, and then it's Skip that it's just like when they pull up his high school stats, which Jalen Rose called him out on. Somebody played JV until almost their senior year. Like, let's relax. And then even Stephen A., somebody pulled up his, 1.8 points per game in college and was like, chill out, bro.
You do all this commentary on what I'm doing. You ain't never come close.
Almost averaged 2 points.
What did Jalen Rose call Water Boy?
Water Pistol
Pete.
Water Pistol Pete. What he called
Pistol Pete? Yeah, Water Pistol Pete. I was like, whoo.
such an insult. The real Pistol Pete averaged like 40 points at LSU. And there's this fucking dude, well, I don't know Skip stats, but Stephen A, they're like, boy, that's almost 2 points over there.
He was cooking him, and I mean, like...
We ain't even gonna start on Kendrick Perkins, but yeah, let's get into some advice.
It was deserved, because I mean, Skip, you talking so much trash. And never get on the court, never have a chance to go at him.
Be like if legendary comedians just sat sideline while you performed and yelled out shit.
Hey, young buck, why don't you try a different tag? That one's not funny.
Hack.
What?
Like if Chris Rock just sat courtside and yelled shit while you played.
Oh, God.
I guess that does have to be a little bit odd, because it's like, bro.
Chris Rock at the side of your concert talking about, that's your best callback?
Boo, hey, that's my shit. Stop doing my shit. Well, hey, man.
I invented that. Oh, I'm telling you, while I'm getting the question, why don't you tell them about our social media where they can find us?
You can find us on all social media platforms at But I Don't Know Though Pod. That is BUTIDK THOPOD. I spelled the whole thing out for your dumb ass. Still not ready? Still don't got any questions ready? Okay.
Yeah, but where could they follow you personally? If you want to follow Phil, it's
at I am Phil Hunt on all social media.
Have you changed the policy
no,
yet? Okay.
That is at, I'm not finna spell I am. It is PHILHUNT. If you cannot spell at I am, I don't want your dumb ass following me.
That's fair. I mean, he spelled his name for you. He shouldn't have to spell the first part.
Come on, bro.
If you
I am.
Hey, some people need help. You never know. We're in a different time now. You know, people special. People don't, by the way, at Avery Mason Official, if you want to follow me and also follow the pod. All right, so first question here. Now, by the way, we're not experts. This advice we're given is purely for entertainment purposes only. Whereas about as reliable this advice as Ms. Cleo was is predicting people's future. Okay, so if this works, actually her shit should have been called But I Don't Know, though, because she didn't know if none of that advice she was giving people was going to work either.
Don't shit on Miss Cleo.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Speaking of
call me now.
Speaking of biopics, she got one.
I saw that one
that
too.
I gotta check out. Anyway.
I saw it. No spoilers.
No, just go ahead.
It's a hell of a laugh. I'm telling you,
funny?
Yes, it is funny because it is so.
Is she actually Jamaican?
No, she's not.
What?
And they called her out of all that, and she's kept up with the accent. She went to she was in Seattle for something, like putting together a play, and she ripped these people off and stole their money, and they didn't hear from her. So years and years later, they're watching the commercial comes on, call me now, and they're like, wait, what? That's that chick that stole $2,000 from us. Where the accent come from?
Did she steal it, or did they give it to her and then go, we've been scammed?
Yeah,
Shouts out to Miss Cleo, running GoFundMe scams before GoFundMe. Legendary, and wasn't even Jamaican.
They gave her $7,000 to put on a play and pay people, and she took the money and disappeared.
So they thought she was Tyler Perry.
Maybe. They gave her the money. Cash.
Anyway, shouts out to Miss Cleo for being a scammer before scamming was a thing. And not even being Jamaican. I didn't realize that, which, this young Twitter cancel culture, they would have got rid of her.
Quick.
Is she Jamaican? She appropriating the culture.
Because all the West Indian people, like in my community, we all saw these commercials and knew right away she wasn't Jamaican. Nobody never talked like that. So it was just
my ass in Indiana being like, she a real Jamaican.
But see, that's the problem with America. They're always telling people what other cultures are like. That's why we have Taco Bell and like Olive Garden. Ain't no Italians eating at Olive Garden. Ain't no Mexicans eating at Taco Bell. And damn sure ain't no Jamaicans reading your future and telling you, call me now.
Call me now.
They got powers they want nobody knowing about, because everybody come to them, yo, what's the number for next week? I need this money. Come on. You better be right too. What's the Powerball? Come on, it's $400 and something million.
Like, fuck y'all still going to Drake concerts.
Exactly.
And he Jewish, so whatever.
So basically what I'm saying is, we not experts. If this works, great. If it don't, we already told you, we just comedians and entertainers with common sense principles.
Miss Cleo would have had a fire-ass podcast. Anyway,
she
go ahead.
She would have had a fire-ass. Call me now, the podcast.
She's before her time, baby.
I'm seeing a guy in the picture. What's he doing there? Girl, you know better than that. Like,
people really just wanted to hear a Jamaican accent.
They just wanted to hear it. Anyway, watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you. We'll talk about it next week. You got to watch it.
It was her and Shabba Ranks. It was like two resident Jamaicans.
Mad Lion. First question. How do I get the guy I'm dating to make the first move and things like that? That's actually how she wrote the question.
Okay.
How do I get the guy I'm dating to make the first move and things like that? I'm a sophomore in high school and I recently got into a relationship. This isn't my first rodeo when it comes to this type of stuff, but in this instance, The guy I'm dating has never been in a relationship before. This is his first time. Because I've done this before, I know what to do in certain situations and understand social cues. How do I go about teaching him about certain aspects in a relationship? Like, how do I get him to make the first move and things like that? And this is somebody who's a sophomore in high school and got all this experience dating already.
Oh, a sophomore in high school.
Yeah. I didn't have my first
date. How did she get him to make the first move?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like that would just be natural if he was interested in you. But also, we in modern times where everything is fucking offensive. Mm-hmm. You know, we had our moves. You take a girl to the movies. You kind of just, lean back, slowly put that arm around her, put that hand on that thigh, and if she move it, that's a no.
Put the hand on the thigh, or you both reach in the popcorn.
I make her move it twice. Then it's like, all right, let me try again.
You take 2 no's?
She move it twice. Two no's means no. So he gotta learn them classic moves. But like I said, we in the Me Too time, so he gotta be a little more careful now than we had to be.
And maybe you gotta start by, I don't know.
See, like, here's the thing for me. Girls can make the first move too.
Yeah, they can. I agree.
There's no gender roles now.
Yeah, no, make the first move. Listen,
go ahead, make the first move.
Leave a trail
Take
of
his hand and put it on your thigh.
Yeah, leave a trail of breadcrumbs. Help him out. You already admitted that this is first time he ain't never had no relationship, so maybe he doesn't know.
Sophomore in high school.
Or maybe it's your fault for dating the wrong guy that don't take initiative. Maybe you need to look at yourself. Why are you dating a guy that got no initiative?
Right about where he need to be.
Yeah, you got to train him. Nobody grew up knowing what to do. He probably don't got friends giving him advice. I got some advice to my friends about dating girls. It was terrible advice.
Do you remember like your first moves?
I do remember my first moves. One of them was the stretch, and the other one was to accidentally drop something in front of a girl and to make her like pick it up. And oh my gosh, thank you.
I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I'm gonna tell this story.
Tell it.
It's a short story, but basically, the first titty I ever saw was just this girl that I was in class with every day. And you remember we had block scheduling? Mm-hmm. I think it was block scheduling.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we in here for 2.5 hours? Somebody gonna fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Hormones raging, whatever, you like a teenager. So I was like a sophomore in high school. And I don't know why, but I asked this girl if she had any milk. And like when she was like, what? I was like, and then like I turned around like I was always silly, right? So I'm fucking around with her like that. Then she calls my name like, hey. And I turned around and she was like, bam. And I was like, God damn. I was froze. I was frozen. And hold on, you're going to think this is really stupid. But so from then on, every day, I used to be early to that class, bro. Because I'd be like, oh, I'm going to see her touch some titties today. And it was like a little nerdy chick that nobody would have ever expected. Long story short, here's the funnier part of this. At some point, I put my hands in her jeans, and I remember just going, it's wet, like yuck, and her looking at me like stupid. It's supposed to be.
Oh my God!
So you're that goofy. So that somebody almost has to like. I was just playing. Well,
yeah.
Unless you're gonna do
it. Girls. That's a game that girls don't play around with. Guys can joke around. Girls don't play like that.
So I'll tell you, and I mean, it's nothing to do with that. Well, okay. It's close.
Give it to me.
I was listening to this week, what was her name? Karesha, Diddy's girl.
Yeah.
Miami, whatever
Young
the fuck
Miami
her name
and
is.
Trina.
And she was talking about getting peed on to go and shower. And the whole time I'm just thinking, yeah, but how is that initiated? Yeah. And the reason I say that is because when I think about sexually, I think about like how it's all just body language and like cues. Like obviously, you know, if a girl move her head near your lap, you about to get some head. Oh shit. But it's like with that, it's like, how do you even you just pee a little bit and then like she'd be like, what's that smell?
I think you got to start off with a video on Pornhub. Hey, can I show you something? See what you think about it. And like, what do you think about this? And like, I'm kind of into that. Oh, you are? Because like,
okay, so you sending links to.
Yeah. Just say, what do you think about this? Did you see that R. Kelly video? Man, that's crazy, right? And see what she says. She's like, no, it's not crazy that you in there. You gotta like.
And if she react like R. Kelly,
Yeah. Oh God.
Y'all stop playing with me.
This is my life.
I'm fighting for my fucking life. Oh man.
That's that.
Yeah, how is that? I think what you said though. Now that we have links and stuff, I'm thinking back to just.
Yeah, in the 80s, I don't know. You had to actually
that you
say
had
it.
to read, but it's like, yeah, man.
It's a lot safer to do it now. You could show them a video, but I feel like in the 70s and 80s and stuff, people had to actually say this. Hey,
I think we would have saved a lot more people. Like I was watching the documentary on Netflix, The Times Square Killer, and he was murdering hookers. Which let me say that disclaimer out the way. That's a horrible thing to do.
Very horrible thing to do.
But
it's psycho.
The more I was listening to him, he was very into like kinky shit. So I think it was more of one of those things where he like, the girl doesn't like that I just peed on her. She said she's gonna call the cops on me. The only way that this doesn't get back to my wife is if I kill her. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's right, people. I'm clearly saying it's wrong, but I'm like, if this motherfucker had OnlyFans,
he would have been
some
fine.
sort of chat room to go into and be like, yo, how many of y'all like getting peed on? Then he could have found his community. That's what I'm saying. And like he was in the weird shit. I think I want to say like women's underwear or some shit that he had put on. And it's like the only way, in the 70s, everybody was still very Christian, very
conservative.
humble.
Very.
I got my wife. It is what it is. But it's like, yeah, the only way that like, when you do some freaky shit, when a hooker is like, you might have paid me, but that wasn't.
That's not part of it.
That wasn't part of it.
All right, so we got like one more, and then we got to dip out of here. Yeah. Here we go. Why did my sister-in-law send me an invitation to her father's funeral only to follow up to say you are not really invited? Early this year, my sister-in-law's father died. My brother told me the funeral would be private, and since they live out of state, I sent the sympathy arrangement. Months later, I received a photo card announcing a celebration of the life of this man with a note attached that read, FYI only. My sister-in-law followed up with a text saying, sent you the invite for my dad's celebration of life, just for FYI, you're not really invited. Sorry. To which I replied, gee, thanks. Living several states away, I would not be attending anyway, but if they were afraid, I would accept. Why was I sent this? That's so weird. That's like some new Gen Z type stuff. If you don't want somebody to come to something, just don't invite them.
What did she do? Tag her on Facebook? Like,
no, she sent her.
How did she accidentally do it is what I'm saying. Or maybe she just hit her emails and hit send all. I don't know.
Nah, she sent.
That's a little weird.
She sent her. She mailed her something, so she was meant to get it.
Put something in the mail and then said nah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
It is. But that's the world we live in.
So what was her question?
Okay.
Should she punch her? What was the
question? Think she should punch her.
Yeah, definitely.
She's saying, why did her sister-in-law send an invitation to her father's funeral only to follow up to say you were not really invited? That's the question.
Sound like the sister-in-law don't like her.
Yeah, she don't. But also, she probably sent it just because she didn't want to hurt her feelings. Like, hey, let me just let you know what's going on. But you could have just made a phone call.
Somebody know what's going on that they're not invited.
100%.
But it seemed like some passive aggressive shit.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want you at my shit.
Well, hold on. If she's an in-law, then don't talk to her. Talk to your actual brother.
Bingo.
And get word from him of like, yo, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Your wife's weird. I'm coming anyway.
Yeah, no, but I've seen people show up at funerals and they wasn't invited. But if you don't want somebody to come, don't send them flowers. Just send, hey, so-and-so died, Just weird. You people are weird.
Talk directly to your brother. Don't talk to her.
Send her a flower.
So hold on, is it the woman's father though?
Yeah.
So it's the wife of whoever her brother is.
Right.
Father.
Right.
That's almost fair though then because it's her father. But the question is, why the fuck did you send the invitation?
It don't make sense.
Maybe her husband sent it.
Yeah, you should send it just to be nice. Oh, that.
Maybe her husband sent it, and by the time it was in the mail, was like, and then she was like, I don't like her ass.
I don't want you there. Just don't come. We just want you to know what's going on. That's so weird.
But I say if somebody said don't come. That's one less funeral arrangement or trip you got to make if you got to travel. That's money you could be saving if you gotta put in on the repast.
She lived 3 states over anyway.
I done been to some funerals where they done had that goddamn Cash App at the table. Like, hold on now.
I hate that.
Before y'all come in here, go ahead and donate some money to that GoFundMe.
And help pay for this funeral.
Help pay for this funeral. Then you start looking because you smelling the food. You like, do I really want this food or not?
Hilarious. Listen, if you guys have any questions you need our help with, please make sure to send it to us at But I Don't Know Though Pod. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow both of our social medias and the
actual podcast page.
Thank you.
At But I Don't Know Though Pod on all social media.
Right.
YouTube, Instagram. Follow us up. Leave some comments. We can see y'all listening, but y'all being shy. Don't be shy.
You have any shows coming up?
Do I have any shows coming up? Yeah, I'm at West Side Comedy Club. When am I there? The 27th. I'm at West Side Comedy Club, and then I'm at the Comic Strip on the 30th. So pull up, y'all.
I'm gonna be at the Producers Club on January 26th at 9 p.m. There's like a 420 friendly comedy show that's on the 26th of January. I'm gonna be at LOL Comedy Club on Wednesday this week coming. So if you're out, come check me. And I'm hosting an anti-Valentine's Day thing. I don't know what to call it. The producers calling it for single people who don't have dates, who are against Valentine's Day. They singing songs. There's going to be some comedy or whatever.
Wait. Did you say dudes who are against Valentine's Day?
Not just people, not dudes.
Huh?
People who are anti-Valentine's Day, yeah.
How are you anti-Valentine's Day?
Well, maybe you're single and you've been in relationships and
you here because somebody made love. Like y'all gotta cheer the fuck up. Everything doesn't need an equal and an opposite. Like, you know how they'll have the pride parade and then dudes will go, we should have a straight people parade. And it's like, that sound real gay, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's for people who don't like Valentine's Day for whatever reason.
Why would you not like Valentine's Day?
Some people just don't like relationships. So they like being single. I don't know.
It's like, fool, that every other parade is the straight people's parade. Like, duh. Like, what are we talking about? You don't see the parents with the children?
You should come and find out, man. I got to talk to you about it.
Y'all got to quit being anti. I'm sick of that shit. That's like when people would say, why do you have black entertainment television? We don't have white entertainment television? And you go, yes, you do. Have you ever seen E! Network?
Yes, NBC.
All of these are predominantly white people. Like, what are we... I'm sorry, I'm sick of these equal and opposite. We got to have a fucking...
Get it off your chest.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Well, thank you for listening, y'all. We appreciate you. We'll see you in the Penthouse. You know, every Tuesday, new episodes. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you to Wolf for blessing us, and WTF Studios. And we see y'all, man. We out of here.
Out. Damn.